Have you ever felt like you're following all of the steps, ticking every box, and still something is missing? That sounds like you. Welcome, friend. You are in the right place. I'm Elle, goddess in residence, and I'm a mystic with a gift for helping women who want more out of life create wealth and ease by trusting their own wisdom and living their dreams. Let's get started. Today, you're going to learn about how to create a life that feels deeply aligned so that you can trust your inner wisdom without needing a blueprint. This can be a really challenging topic to tackle because we work so hard to accomplish our goals, to get the education, to create the careers, to build the relationships and the family life that we deeply desire. And it can be very challenging sometimes to admit to ourselves that we feel like something is still missing. But my friend, I want to give you this permission now. You don't have to hold it all together for today's conversation. This is your permission slip to be 100% honest with yourself, because your success is hard earned. You did all of the things that you needed to do to accomplish your dreams, to accomplish your goals, to really set yourself out on this incredible path. And often, if we're following a path to success that doesn't come from our soul, that doesn't come from our deep desires, our heart's yearnings, who we truly were birthed to be on the planet, and we start following conventional paths instead, we're going to be left feeling constrained, misaligned, drained, because we're exhausted from overgiving. We're burnt out from doing too much. We feel like there's just one more thing to do, one more goal to accomplish, one more rung to climb. And we don't realize that even when we get there and we've accomplished all the things and we've climbed all the rungs and we've gotten there, we're not going to fully feel fulfilled, because there's a whisper in your soul that knows that there's more to life beyond the scripts and the blueprints that someone else has given us to live these lives. You are here for so much more. So in today's conversation, you're going to get insights about embodying your soul's calling and creating an authentic, fulfilling life where wealth, ease, and freedom are natural outcomes to living in alignment with your truth. So many of us are constricted by this idea of success that's often measured by external markers. And I want to remind you that your soul is not measured by external markers. Your own fulfillment, your own satisfaction, your own joy and passion is fulfilled from following your own guidance and living it. Now, you have to trust yourself, though, and know that no matter what you do, you will figure it out. All of our soul's contracts are here for unique and authentic expression. That is what we're here to be. Our souls are expressions of beingness, not doingness. Our souls are infinite. They're eternal. They're the expression of the divine. They have no goal. They have no career. Our souls are not capitalist. They don't need a job. Our souls are here to be in expression in, as, and through us. And so when we slow down and give ourselves permission to really drop in, to listen to and honor and trust our soul's wisdom, then life goes from black and white to technicolor. Your soul's contract is here for self-expression. It's not a rigid destiny that you have to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G in order to win, in order to be worthy, in order to accomplish or create success. Your soul is here to be expressed through you as its own unique blueprint. Your soul's contract isn't this rigid thing that we think of like it's a piece of paper that you signed when you were born. A lot of people want to teach and preach this, but it's not true. Your soul is here to be expressed uniquely as you. And when you start following someone else's blueprint and living according to someone else's destination for you, you lose your own focus on who you're here to be and how you're here to do it. Capitalism and money can often make this feel very complicated, but this is why it requires a great leap of faith and an understanding of how to trust and live in alignment with your own truth. When you learn to trust yourself, when you learn to live in alignment with your truth, miracles happen. Because you're not up here analyzing and trying to mastermind and strategize and trying to figure out. You're letting your soul lead you. That is the most generous strategy because it's infinite, unlimited, limitless possibilities are available when you follow your soul and when you live in your truth. And that is what guides you to your own unique path and purpose. I'm very energetically attuned to my own body, to my own frequency, to my own energy. I learned to drop in, pay attention to, and acutely listen. I know where to go, what to do, how to move forward. Sometimes I feel like I'm moving at a snail's pace, but the reality is my path is my path. And I'm never going to get there by following someone else's path. That's just not how life works. The more I follow my path, the more I trust my truth, the more I live in integrity with who I truly am, the more miracles happen every single day. If I ever am distracted and comparing or thinking that there's someone else is doing it better than me, I have gotten burned. But when I learn to trust myself and really stand in my truth, just like I'm doing with you right now, the people who are called to work with me, who resonate with my message, hire me. It's really about being visible so that my people hear me and resonate with me. People who want ease and success, who want abundance and purpose, who want to follow their dreams and make money. Those are the people who really resonate with my message, my movement, and my mentorship. You know that living in alignment with your dreams and your desires is how you authentically create deep, fulfilling success. And that's what I'm here to do. What are 3 signs of living in alignment with your soul's calling? 1, you'll feel a sense of peace, not anxiety, not overthinking, not overanalyzing, not rushing, but peace, trust, and surrender. You'll know that you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right things, and that everything is conspiring in your favor all of the time. When you can trust that life itself is unfolding for your highest and best good, you don't need to control it. You don't need to micromanage it. You just have to move in alignment with your own inner wisdom. And that opens the floodgates to living an endless, effortless flow. Life is the flow. Your path is the flow. When you can surrender and trust to it and allow the benevolence of life to carry you, you realize there's actually nothing to do, nothing to accomplish. And I'm not saying don't do things. I'm saying you don't have to follow someone else's formula for what to do. Your soul will guide you. Your inner wisdom will guide you. Your truth will guide you so that you can live according to what you're here to do, not what someone else is externally telling you to do. And this is called the law of assumption by some. The law of assumption essentially is when you are assuming that everything is working out in your favor, when you're assuming that what you desire is available to you right now, when you're assuming that you're on the right path and on the right track, and you allow yourself to make adjustments and shift as necessary according to your own internal wisdom and guidance, not fear, not anxiety, but based on what you know and feels true to you in your own body, in your own frequency, in your own energy. But you're assuming that the world around you, despite the appearances, despite how things might seem, you assume that everything is conspiring in your favor. You assume that everything is working out for your highest and best good. You assume that when you are off path, it's not the end of the world. It's not detrimental, that everything will still adapt for your highest and best good. This is how you activate and embody the law of assumption. Your soul's contract is really for your greatest expression, for your greatest ease, for your greatest joy, for your greatest peace, for your greatest fulfillment. These are all qualities of the soul. And so when you trust that the qualities of your soul are being embodied right here and right now, there's nothing actually more for you to do. There's nothing actually more for you to accomplish or to achieve. Everything you want, everything you desire is available to you right here and right now. And so it's really about allowing yourself to not conform, to not blend in, to not follow someone else's blueprint, because your soul's contract, what it is here to express in, as, and through you is unique to you. No one else knows or understands what you're here to do. And so when you can rest in the law of assumption and you assume that everything is already conspiring in your favor, you are truly in charge of your own self and your own success. Because all of these things aren't just hints. They're confirmations. They're affirmations that you're on the right path, on the right track, living your life exactly as you were born to live it. And you will continue to grow and learn and expand and evolve. That is your path. That is your journey. And listening to yourself is how you do that. Not beating yourself up, not judging yourself, not criticizing, but really honoring with deep love and compassion that you are doing the best you can and learning and growing and continually evolving. When I was a teenager, the only thing I wanted to do was travel the world. I wanted to be a National Geographic traveler. I wanted to go meet people from all different cultures and spiritual practices and lives off of the beaten path, away from the mainstream. I wanted to go into tribes and to nations and really sit with people and live with people and really understand more about how humans experience this life and their relationship to self, soul, and the divine. At the time, I didn't quite frankly have all of that language. I really just knew I wanted to travel and make friends all over the world. But I got caught up in the momentum between high school and college. And as the fourth generation to go to college in my family, I just got swept up in the momentum and found myself in college. I was miserable. I did not want to be there, but I was on the track that had been set out for me. Both of my parents, my grandparents, and my great-grandparents all had undergraduate and graduate degrees. And my great-grandfather was born just 2 years after enslavement ended. So education was the way out for my family. It was the way to power. It was the way to success. It was the way to stability. It was the way to well-being. So it was never even a possibility that I would not want to go to college. It was just assumed, of course, I would go to college. And so I found myself in the late 90s as a first-year student at Spelman College. But I was miserable. I did not want to be there. I wanted to be out and about in the world, not just studying it. And so even though I was at a great school and doing great things and meeting great people, there was something in me that was so unfulfilled. I was completely detached from being in college because someone else wanted me to be there. I was completely disinterested because I did what I was supposed to do and I was miserable. There was nothing in me that could adapt so that I could make my family happy with me being in college. So after my sophomore year, I took a year off, saved my money, and went to Nepal, Thailand, India, and France by myself and an around the world plane ticket. That felt alive to me. That felt like home to me. That felt like true alignment. And that's when I realized I have to follow my own path and chart my own course. That living according to someone else's blueprint and design for my life was never going to bring me the joy and satisfaction and fulfillment that I deeply desired. Essentially, that meant I had to figure it out all on my own. That no matter what the accolades were, no matter how successful I looked to the outside world, I had to be deeply satisfied and fulfilled myself by trusting my truth and following my path. That was what was going to bring me fulfillment. Because although I did end up going back to Selman and I graduated 8 years after my incoming class, I knew that I couldn't go along with what everyone else was doing. All of the people I grew up with, all of my peers from middle school, high school, and college had gone on to get PhDs, JDs, MBAs, were college professors, medical doctors. I did not want that path. I wanted to be my own boss. And though I dibbled and I dabbled working in large corporations like Microsoft and nonprofits like Care USA, I also worked in small nonprofits. I knew that I hated being an employee and that really my life path was to chart my own course. And I had to really start listening to myself, trusting my soul, and trusting that my path, although there was no one directly in front of me, there was no one cheering me on and celebrating me and saying, you do your own thing. Yes, live your life your own way, that I still had to find the fulfillment within myself so that no matter what anybody else said, no matter what anybody else thought, no matter how anybody else perceived or interpreted what I did, I was doing life on my own terms because I knew that I was the only person who could actually define success for myself. I felt something deeper pulling me, a call that couldn't be satisfied by following anyone else's roadmap for my life. It wasn't something I was willing to push off until retirement or vacation or until the weekend. I wanted to be out and about, living my life according to my soul's own guidance on my own terms right then and now. And I've never looked back. Although I've worked different jobs along the way to bring an income as I was building my business, I was never willing to fully divest from my dreams and my own path. If you're interested in really deeply understanding how to better create more wholeness, more integration, I invite you to Sacred No Divine Yes, which is my free, completely free abundance activation audio training. Link is in the description, and dive in to Sacred No Divine Yes. It's an incredible audio training that really helps you understand your own healthy, loving boundaries with yourself so that you can attract the abundance and live according to your own unique blueprint and not someone else's. When you honor the power of the law of assumption and trust that your path is before you and that all you have to do is learn to listen to your inner wisdom and embody the belief that everything you desire is already yours, it's already available to you, and the universe is conspiring in your favor. The divine is organizing everything for you to experience it. Life gets so much easier. When you start poking your head above ground and looking for clues and looking for signs and looking for confirmation on the surface level, it's so much more stressful. This is about a deep self-trust and simultaneously trusting the world around you. I'm not talking about humans and governments and people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the divine order of all that is. When you learn how to trust and rely on that, you will start observing and seeing miracles unfold. You'll start seeing your desires manifest without you having to hustle and grind and burn out to accomplish it. One of my favorite reminders for myself, my favorite affirmations for myself is I am the beloved of God, always provided for, protected, and taken care of. I am the beloved of God, always provided for, protected, and taken care of. Some people I know, God, that word doesn't resonate with you. So use whatever word does resonate with you. Use whatever word feels good to you. This is your affirmation, affirming what's true for you. For me, I am the beloved of God, always provided for, protected, and taken care of, allows me to rest well, to take my foot off the gas, to trust that everything is unfolding in divine order, to assume that all is already well. That gives me peace of mind because I know that there's a higher power that's moving with its own divine wisdom. I also know that we are all expressions of this divine wisdom. And so that's what your inner wisdom, your intuition, your higher self, your calling, that is what's speaking to you. When you embrace that truth, that inner wisdom, that deep knowing with ease and confidence, your path is so gorgeously aligned. It's so magnetic. If you want to really get personal guidance, understanding how to deeply listen to and understand your own inner wisdom, how to follow and create your own life path, you're invited to a 3-month VIP mentorship with me called VIP Sanctuary. We work one-on-one together for 3 months and reconnect you with your own inner wisdom, your own truth, your own inner knowing, so that you can live in this truth and understand your unique soul's contract. Embody the law of assumption without getting heady and intellectual about it, but really live in it and surrender to the trust, which is so much healthier for your nervous system, your emotional body, your physical body, your mental body. It allows you great peace and ease so that you can release the shoulds and follow your own path. Your path is your unique path, especially and uniquely just for you. So if you would like support and guidance, I would love to work with you in VIP Sanctuary. The link is below in the description. I just want to remind you that your intuition, your inner wisdom, your inner knowing is your strongest guide to creating the life of your dreams. It is not beyond your reach. And the law of assumption is the reminder that everything is always conspiring in your favor. But there can be a lot to unlearn, a lot of blocks to remove if you want to deeply anchor in that truth and live in the joy that you're destined for. The wealth, ease, and freedom you desire is yours because you deserve it. You don't have to earn it. There's nothing to prove. You were born worthy and nothing has changed. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. In the meantime, check out this video. Bye for now.